Copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Todd Szegedy, if he's going to win this championship, he's got to do what he's doing. We got to spin it.
Mike Stefanik going around. That's your 7-time NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour champion and your winner here at the Magic Mile in August. So trouble for mighty Mike Stefanik there in that 16 machine.
Well, he starts under his own power, gets on his way. So don't really know what happened there, but the big thing is that I agree with you on this point battle, Larry.
Yeah, we stayed.
Santos III, he had to start at the rear of the field, and actually Todd Szegedy, one of his closest competitors here on the tour, he actually practiced that car, the Mystic Missile number 4.
As we see Beers trying to go to the inside. What's interesting, these 5 or 6 cars right here racing hard, and Silk maintaining his lead. Caution flag.
Taking a look around the racetrack, not sure why the caution just yet. The 28 car of Woody Pitkat is trapped there.
Trapped on pit road.
Exactly, can't get back to his pit stall, so he kind of has some of pit road locked here for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. Tough break for Pitkat. That's been so strong, Ronnie Silk.
A lot better restart this time, Larry.
Oh, trouble. Richie Palai goes around. Cars everywhere. Doug Coby, Bobby Santos III in that 4 car also involved.
We'll have to go back and look at this, but this happens a lot here in the Sprint Cup Series and the Truck Series. Someone spins a tire on a restart, collects a bunch of other cars.
The 79 car was James Savali for Hillbilly Racing. That's Doug Coby in the 52. Those cars, significant damage on both of them, stopped on the front stretch.
I mentioned it earlier. The tires are a big issue. These are wide open.
This right now.
As we see the tires, and this is what happens. Okay, chain reaction. The 98 of Rudolph didn't seem to get going, Larry, and it became a chain reaction event right
Tough
there.
to see what happened in front of Rudolph right there, but...
did a good job, these guys, Bobby, missing this rack.
Yeah, Richie Palai in that 39 car.
There it is.
Eric Beers in the 4th spot. What a great run for that team.
Indeed, and back here in August in the second of 3 modified races at the Hampshire Speedway, he finished 5th but almost won it in this car. He took the lead with 2 laps to go. There was a crash. NASCAR scoring takes it a lap back. That put him back to 3rd on the restart. He wound up finishing 5th. Beers strong in August and strong today in September.
I'll tell you what, these chrome horns, they are awfully big here because they are using them up front.
They are bumping, and like Larry said earlier, this is bump drafting at its finest here. These guys have come to a science. We don't see any of them bumping too hard, Larry, to get the other one out of shape.
Well, and I think that's one reason with 14 laps to go in this 100-lap race, our top 7 drivers separated by less than a second.
Here comes Beersy to the inside of TC, but TC uses that outside groove for the momentum. He's able to keep that 3rd spot, but here comes a bunch of guys hunting them down. Eric Rudolph in that white, blue, and orange number 98. He's joined Todd Szegedy on their march to the front.
Yeah, he keeps taking a look to the inside of the 2 car of Todd Szegedy. He just can't quite complete the pass.
How about Eric Goodale there? We mentioned that he did not pit when everybody pitted. He's pitted twice since then. He's marching his way back through the field right now. He's cracked the top 10 again.
Yes, sir, and he made that pit stop late, so he's taking advantage of those fresh tires.
I believe Teddy's car's off a little bit. He's actually holding up Szegedy and Beers and Bonsignor, and we're seeing a lot of this happen behind him right there as we see Beers down on the inside, and there's Bonsignor. So this is some, man, now we're into the skid rail bump, and this is what I love about modifieds.
I love those big old Nerf bars on these things because they can bang them and bang them hard.
What a shot Bonsignor gave Teddy there to get by Beers.
It actually cost him a little bit. It cost him a position.
It cost Bonsignor a position. You're right, Larry.
But here's something to consider. A lot of people at home might be saying, man, they're hitting each other hard. Honestly, Teddy Christopher loved to get that shot from Bonsignor.
Yeah, but now we see Beers back by Teddy. But you're right. You know, Bobby, you're holding it wide open. You say, help me, help me, help me. And it does help him. And it does give him the extra to go into the corner and make the pass.
Whoa, Teddy quickly. Eric Beers gets a bump from Ted Christopher, almost loses control, and here comes Szegedy on the outside.
Boy, Teddy wasn't happy about that. I don't know if he knew he was there or not, but Szegedy shot to the outside, and I believe Teddy used him up a little bit there going into 3.
10 to go. 10 laps, the dash for the cashier, and Ron Silk up front battling with Rowan Penning, but the battle brewing just behind them as well with terrible Teddy Christopher in that 36 car, Eric Beers, and Justin Bonsignor with Todd Szegedy.
I love what these guys are doing, especially Ron Silk in the 6 car up there leading. You can see him kind of doing the weaving back and forth down the straightaways, trying to break that draft.
And it's working right now. The only one he can't shake is Penning. Remember, 30, 40 laps ago, these are the 2 cars that were dominating the beginning of this race. Once again, looking at the end here, who's going to win this race? I am picking Silk or Penning. One of these guys look to me like the favorite right now.
Yeah, those 2 drivers, they've led 81 of our 91 laps so far.
And right now it comes down to a little bit of horsepower as well to get down these straightaways, because this is a very tight racetrack, and sometimes whoever's got the most ponies is going to go right to the front.
And you know, they could brought this up a little bit about these guys, how the love they have for one another. Is 3rd spot the place to be, where Beers is right now, with the love between the 6 and the 93? Pretty interesting.
And you know, it looked like a few laps ago Todd Zegedy in that 2 was fading, but now he's worked his way up there into the top 5, and the top 5 has somewhat separated themselves. As we see, look at them beating and banging here. They'll be coming to 7 to go.
Spence, I got a question for you. You see some beating and banging, as Larry Mack said there, with Christopher, Beers, and Zegedy. Is that good for them to be doing right now, or do they need to hook up and go catch those leaders?
No, I think what you have to do is you can't be in a position to just say, I'm not going to bump you here, because if you don't bump the other driver, you lose 2 or 3 positions. And I think this is normal for the modifieds here. The bump, it's not really hurting these cars. They're designed the big bumpers, as we see a great pass for 3rd. On the inside, Beers trying to pass the
Zegedy for the 4th spot right there.
And these guys now, Zegedy's not giving it up as we go down the first straight. And I think what's 3 wide going into 1. And I think these guys know we're running out of time. We have to put ourselves in a position.
Holy smokes, that was a crazy move there. And some more bumper tank between Bonsignor, loose off of turn number 2.
But Bonsignor in that 51 car went from 6 to 4.
Ryan Priest goes around coming off of turn number 2. He was in the top 10 in that number 40 car.
And the caution will wave as we come to 5 to go. Remember, the lineup is reset by the last completed lap in the NASCAR Modified Tour.
But man, I'm rubbing my hands together, because this is just what the doctor ordered here for everybody in the grandstands. And we have a packed house and everybody watching today on Speed.
So I guess my question, we're going to have to see on when the caution came out, that move that Bonsignor made going from 6th to 4th, will he have to go back to 6, going back to the last completed lap?
Let's take a look at it. I think we got it here. Take a look at this 51 car.
Yeah, you can see him coming off turn 4 right here. Now, he's running in the 6th position. As you see, Zegedy and Beer side by side, power move to the inside, and he's going to go from 6th to 4th right there.
And if you were Eric Beers right there, Jimmy Spencer, what were you thinking in the middle going into 1?
I think he did a great job. He says, uh-oh, I'm 3 wide here. I needed
him coming off of turn number 2.
Looks to me like he just got down on the low side of the racetrack and got loose. No, he didn't hit anything. We also saw that earlier with Stefanik, so I'm wondering if they didn't get down on that banking area off of 1 and get slick right there.
Jimmy, I don't know about the modified cars, but I know with the Sprint Cup Series cars and even the K&N East cars last night, if your car is a little tight, you'll sometimes get on the flat to make it turn. Maybe they made it turn a little too good getting down there.
That's a great point. The other thing, Larry, these cars have very, very racket pinion steering, very, very quick. And you can get behind in the steering really, really quick. That's a possibility that happened to Priest. Also a possibility that happened to Stefanik.
Right in front of Ron Silk in that 6 car, who's the leader of this race. You see the 52 of Doug Coby. Doug Coby will receive the lucky dog this caution period. Doug Coby with a great top 5 run here in the July race. And remember, he was involved in that incident earlier on the front stretch.
What's going to happen here, guys? Is Penning going to take the outside or the inside? Now, as it says, Silk is leading, but it also says, okay, I'm sorry.
Silk is
we've got it eliminated. Silk will take the outside.
Exactly.
But we also know how strong Penning is. Is he going to surrender that position by saying, you know what, I might not give Penning the inside with 3 to go?
And it looks like that Teddy Christopher, he'll be forced to line up on the inside of the 2nd row, which will put Todd Zegedy right up behind Ron Silk in the outside of row 2 on this restart.
And remember, big old chrome horns, big front bumpers on these machines.
They're gonna push.
Absolutely, and nobody can push better than Ted Christopher. No. And Doc, you got more on that 36?
Yeah, what Teddy Christopher just heard in his ear is green, white, checker if you've got anything. And they paused, and then they said, try to bring it home.
Trying to bring it home. But do you notice, fans, the front bumper on the 36? That's normal because they do a lot of bump
There it
tracking
is,
here.
Jimmy. We try to get a shot of it here.
Here's the 93 of Penning's bumper. Evidently, these guys realize they don't bring a chrome bumper to New Hampshire. Look at that shot right there.
Oh, man. He's been using that bumper all day long.
Also, the bumper on the outside right there of Szegedy, same thing. This is going to be an interesting green-white checkered. I am excited about this race because now the two best cars all day long, 693 Penning and Silk, starting 1-2, but I would never count out Teddy Christopher or Szegedy.
In two of our 4 restarts, we've had a driver miss a shift, cause an issue.
Teddy was one of them.
Shift here.
And we know that that 51 car, Bonsignor, he can pull the slingshot maneuver off unlike anybody else, so he could be in the mix as well.
And remember what Larry said about the 45, he went from 6th to 4th. That was Monsignor, but earlier, Beers went from 6th to 4th also with a 3-wide move going into 1.
I say right now, you take a look at your top 6 guys. Any one of those guys can win this race.
Well, yeah, we've got 22 drivers on the lead lap. And they have the same rule as NASCAR Sprint Cup nationwide in trucks. 3 attempts at a green-white checkered if we get there.
Hold on, folks, because we're about to get down and get dirty here. It's going to be an exciting run to the finish. A green-white checker for the Mighty Modifieds at the Magic Mile.
Pennick did not get a good restart on the inside on that 93 car. And Szegedy in the 2, he goes to second.
Todd Szegedy, a 2-time winner here in the Modifieds at Loudon. In that second spot, Justin Bonsignor up to 3rd in that strong 51 mount.
Penning has a problem.
Penning has trouble.
Second place.
Oh, Eddie Flemke right up into Ryan Priest there, but they're able to continue.
My best friend being the front bumper was not going to be used right now because that restart, whatever happened to Penning, really cost Teddy and Bonsignor and those guys. As we see Teddy trying to get back into 3rd right now with Bonsignor, but they're running out of time. This is the final lap.
Yeah, you see Teddy Christopher in the 36 on the outside there. Bonsignor in the 51 trying to take that 3rd spot away. And meanwhile, Silk has pulled away.
Todd Szegedy trying to track him down, but off of turn number 4. Ronnie Silk will win for the 2nd time here at the Magic Mile.
Szegedy ends up 2nd. Bonsignor, Christopher, and Beers. Interesting. 1st and 2nd points. 1st and 2nd in the race.
How about that?
But he nipped a few of those 12 points
He
away.
did, just a couple of them. He'll gain closer with just 2 races to go after this one at Stafford and Thompson. And how about that? A congratulatory bump from your point rival here in the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. We'll hear from the winner when we come back to Loudon.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for their continued support. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports Championship Television.